Hey everyone, it's the Chaplain here, coming to you with a little bit of Axis and Allies Pacific 1940, second edition to the best of our abilities. I'm playing with my buddy Greg. We were on 2-week hiatus. I was on vacation in Gulf Shores, Alabama. I did not get sick while I was there, which is fantastic. I didn't really think that I would, but that's not the topic of discussion. We are talking Axis and Allies 1940 right now. I have seen the first minute or so of Greg's Turn 7, which he posted yesterday or the day before. It's 9:30 at night on a Thursday. I'm tired, but I finally got everything set back up. Finally got into getting ready to play. I still have to watch Greg's turn and move things. Yes, that is damaged. It's on its side on purpose. So I watched my last video at the end of round 6, which I used as a full recap. So this is what we got. This is what we're working towards, what we're working on. I'm going to pause this video and take my time watching Greg's video, doing all of his moves, and then I'll be back. It's going to be probably 10-15 minutes for me, but it's going to be right now for you. See you in a bit. All right, welcome back. That took a little bit longer than I anticipated. Skip that song. So we've had some interesting developments. Greg did not attack me in Burma, but he did move his forces. He did take Malaya. He's still leaving the Philippines wide open. And I think that he likes to hear me say that because I'm not falling for your trap, Greg. I'm not falling for it, son. All right, here we go. So here's what we got going. The United States with 14, and 14 is 28. I'm gonna buy 2 destroyers and 2 subs, 16 for an aircraft carrier. My remaining 22, I'm gonna buy a bomber and a fighter. I'm gonna go ahead and give you China's purchases too. They had 9, 3 infantry, and the UK's purchases, 15. I can buy 5 infantry. Now, I do have damage on my factory, but only 4, so I can still build 6 units. My infantry build is just fine. The United States has a couple of aggressive moves. The first being these submarines from 2 with my naval base are going to go to 8, 7, and 6 and attack this destroyer. Can't kamikaze a sub, so we'll work on that. The other attack that I have, actually there are 2 more. Let me adjust this a little bit. Here we go. This token is indicative of these aircraft carriers and their planes. I'm sending all of the planes to kill this destroyer. So that'll be 4 fighters and 4 tactical bombers. The other and last attack that America has is I'm taking a transport and an infantry. And I'm retaking the Philippines. Now, I had never really utilized the tool, aatoolkit.com, but I did the math. And the thought crossed my mind, hey, Rob, why don't you take back the Philippines with a vengeance? Why don't you send your entire fleet, your battleship and cruisers, and all your units, Okay, but here's the problem. This token is indicative of this fleet, which doesn't seem too bad, but when you couple it with the strategic bomber that could reach and the 6 planes it could reach, he had a 74% chance of destroying me, smoking my tail in the Philippines. So the only reason I'm taking it back, knowing I'm going to lose this transport and probably this man, is because I have a national objective that says the U.S. controls the Philippines. So I get that. And now I also get the U.S. controls all of its original territories. Those 2 IPCs right there on the Philippines earn me an additional 15 IPCs. At least for 1 turn. That'll be a nice boost. So the combat that we have to roll out then would be my 2 subs against his destroyer in Sea Zone 6. And my 4 fighters, 4 tactical bombers against his destroyer down here in 46. So let's do the subs on destroyer. Here we go. A little bit different playlist today. This is just, yeah. All right, so I have 2 subs, which will be represented in the black dice, and his destroyer represented in the red die. Ready? There's a hit. And he did not return fire. So, 2 subs. Now, on Japan's turn, he will have to roll for Convoy. And saying that reminds me of the fact that he had a crap ton of boats in 39 at the end of my last turn for Britain, and I didn't convoy, so Britain's purchases might be rescinded a bit. In that sea zone, he had a battleship, a cruiser, and an aircraft carrier with 2 aircraft on it. So now, a little retroactive work here. These are my handy dandy, so I don't have to flip through the I don't have to flip through the rule book. Strategic bombing, amphibious assault, seasonal, Mongolia, victory conditions, convoy. Here we go. There are 3 conditions, and it wasn't all right. So each surface warship, so there were 2, and carrier-based aircraft, which were 2, cause the loss of 1 IPC. If you roll a 3 or less. So he has 4 dice that can be rolled, and I can lose a maximum of 3 IPCs. So let's see what kind of hits he gets, and then I'll change my income. So he gets 4 dice. Surface warships he had were the battleship and the cruiser, and not including aircraft carriers and the 2 aircraft. So there's 1 hit. So he hit me 1 IPC, which changes the UK's purchase, because that changes the money that I had, from 15 IPCs to 14. That's obnoxious. So that goes away. And with 12 IPCs, I will buy 3 infantry, dadgummit, and save 2. Where'd he go? Okay. So that was my bad for forgetting the convoy. Alright. The next battle we have to do is this destroyer. I have 4 fighters. Here we go. 4 fighters. All misses. And then 4 tacticals that were supported. There are 2 hits. I only needed the 1. Here's his defending destroyer. It's a miss. So the destroyer in 46 is destroyed. Alright, non-combat movements. This bomber is going to fly up to Iwo Jima. This destroyer is moving to the Caroline Islands. This destroyer... Nope. This destroyer is moving to the Caroline Islands. Nope. Dang it. He's moving to 46 because he came from a naval base. So he went... What are you doing? 1, 2... Nope, can't do that. So he is in Caroline Islands, which means this one that was in 30 is going to move to 47. The aircraft carriers and the entirety of this American fleet, battleship, 2 cruisers, all the planes are going to chase the carriers and land on them. They came 1, 2, 3, 4. So all these carriers and planes aren't here. 2 transports are going to load up, 3 infantry, and an artillery. And I got to leave a guy behind because I sent 1 over here. Okay. This guy, boom, boom. It's going to come down here. These planes are going to fly out to Midway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 land on Midway. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. They're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 land on Wake. There's an airbase. What else am I doing with the Americans? Nothing. That's it. So they will collect 53 plus 20 for their national objectives. So 73. So let me just 4, 5, 6, 7. I like using clade ships now. That's kind of a nice thing. I'm going to place my new units. I realize you can't see this. I'm a doofus. That's what I get for taking vacation. Can't remember a dadgum thing. Bomber, that goes there. This will go on here. Destroyer, sub, and my other sub, my other destroyer. So I said I was collecting 73, which means I gotta clean all this other money up. Great. All right, China's purchases are 3 infantry, right? Their moves are pretty easy. We're not doing any. And my 3 new infantry are going, I don't know. Are we doing anything, China? I'll be honest. Some of you chimed in, told me how to help me play China. I'm not very good at it. China's not. He's trying to bait me into moving in here so he can come and take it. Take out the bulk of my forces. He can still come in here. He's got a crap ton of planes, which is a military term. I'm just gonna leave it just like it is. And I'll do a disposition of all my forces later. The UK doesn't have any combat. Non-com, I'm gonna move one of my infantry from Burma back. And then I gotta place my new units. Just 3 infantry. All right, well, let's make this easy. 3. And Anzac, still, just 1. All right. China collects 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it. Not a whole lot. And the UK has India for 3. Burma makes 4. Celebes makes 7, and Borneo makes 11. That sucks. All right, 11. We have 11. Wonderful. Disposition of allied forces in India. There is a factory with 4 damage on it, 4 AA guns, 2 tanks, 2 artillery, 3, 6, 9, 10, 3, 6, 9, 20, 4 infantry. There are some Chinese and British tanks hanging out in Kansu. 3 Chinese infantry, 2 British tanks. In Suyuyan, there's 3 Chinese infantry. In Celebes, nope, there it is. There are 2 British infantry, and they own it. Dutch New Guinea for Anzac. In 47, there's an American destroyer. In 33, those are up there, sorry. In 33, there is a destroyer. Caroline Islands has an infantry and an AA gun. Philippines is back to being American with a transport in 35 and an infantry on the island. On Wake Island, I have 2 fighters. Hawaii has 2 AA guns. C-Zone 26 has a destroyer. Western US has a bomber. The C-Zone has 2 destroyers, an aircraft carrier, and a fighter. The Hawaiian Islands have... the Hawaiian Islands. I already did Hawaii, doofus. It's late. The Alaska territory there, since it's not a state yet, has a mech and an artillery and 2 subs in that C-Zone. C-Zone 2. In C-Zone 6, there's 2 American subs. In C-Zone around Iwo Jima, there is a battleship, 2 transports, 2 cruisers, 4 aircraft carriers with 4 fighters and 4 techs on each. On the island itself, there is 1, 2, 3, 4 infantry, 1 artillery, and 1 tank. And that's it. Let me know if I missed anything or if I goofed something up. Don't forget on your collect income phase to do your convoy right there. My bad for missing it last turn. We really haven't I haven't really even thought to do convoy this entire game. So, anyway, it is what it is. I'm the chaplain. I'll be praying for you.